Hey guys, we're going to recap everything from the boots on the ground this last weekend. We had a meetup with K-Pro and Cynthia. We had a lot of stuff go down. There's a lot of treasure news, and more important, we got a couple winners to announce. I'm Emma.
I'm Jam, and we are Treasure Hunt with us. And let's start with the right away. 2 book winners. Who were they?
Fish and Frank 420 and Big Sky Booty. We have commented on your post asking for your address. That sounds a little bit creepier when I say it with my outside voice, but get us your address. We'll ship you your books. You have 7 days starting today.
That's right. So I just posted on there asking if they had Discord. If they don't, that's okay. It's just easier for us to verify through Discord. But if not, we'll do it through email, and you just have to do some verification process, and then we'll get your address. And Emma will ship it right away because that's what she does. She's quick like that. She makes it happen. So everybody else already got their books.
I hate to go to the post office. If we're honest, I hate to go to the post office. I just want to get it over with. Actually, I got some lacrosse boots so I can't get bit by a snake. And when I got them, if I wanted to be Smurfette but brown boots, I could have done it with these massive boots. They were like the shoe part's like about that big. I'm like, nobody's wearing these. Nobody. I mean, could a snake get me? Absolutely not. Nobody's wearing these.
Speaking of books, this Wednesday, for the first time ever, we will be going live 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. I guess that's 7 Mountain and 8 Central Time. But we will be live. It's a learning curve, right? We don't really know what we're doing. So
right, you can ask us questions. We'll talk about random stuff. Maybe if nobody shows except our mom, we'll talk about nothing.
That's right. Mom will be there watching. So thank goodness. We might make her a moderator just to learn how to do that. We can practice with that. It's basically just a practice to figure everything out. And because of that, what are we going to do?
You tell me.
We're giving 2 more books away. We're giving away a JC book, There's Treasure Inside, and a Justin Posey's Beyond the Map's Edge. We don't know how yet. We're going to figure that out by the time we go live.
That figured out maybe by then, but maybe not, but maybe.
6 p.m. Wednesday. First one ever. And don't judge us. We're going to be learning. So that's why we're giving books away. You're going to be there helping us out. And we appreciate it. So
well, and really the whole purpose is this is we want to do we have some really fun ideas to use for live events. Like we have a game we want to play where there will be prizes, and we'll talk about trivia and all kinds of fun stuff in those games. But we can't do that until we learn how to go live normally. So we're going to get that done. We're really excited to share it with you. And for those of you willing to put up with us, we're going to try to make it worth your while.
Yeah, don't judge us. Okay, we're first timers.
Come on, judge us.
It might be bad. Yeah, judge us.
It will be bad. It's okay to judge us, and we'll take the comments.
My mom's gonna like it. So
my mom will love it. She'll say we're the very best.
Yes.
But speaking of things that are the best, I know. But speaking of things that are the best, it was pretty impressive when I was this last weekend. We're in Dillon. K-Pro, the meetup that she put together was fantastic. She's very talented. She wouldn't take a compliment. Because, she's K-Pro. She doesn't say, oh, no. But no.
She's amazing.
It's an amazing event. It's an amazing event. And I thought, maybe 10 people will show up. There's probably 40 to 50 people in there. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. People drove from Iowa. People drove 4.5 hours. Indy drove not Candy.
Indy Ray.
Indy Ray drove. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she drove 4.5 hours. A guy who isn't even a couple people weren't even part of Discord. A guy, Travis, and his father drove 2.5 hours. And Jackie and Tanner drove from Florida. They weren't part of Discord. Now they're part of our big Discord family. We got them all set up. It was just so amazing to meet people. And it was the questions people asked me were so unbelievably interesting. Somebody said to me, I mean, why do you give away your clues? Are you not trying to look? And I was like, no.
I'm literally here right now looking.
Yeah,
so.
No, and I just said, point blank, listen, we're treasure hunt with us. We give our clues because we want you to come hunt with us. It's not a game. It's not I'm in the news, although we will share some news tonight. But it's because we're as happy if you find a box because we said something that kind of what made you go, oh my gosh, that I didn't put that piece to the puzzle.
One little piece.
We're as happy. Hey, come on our show. We want to interview, but we're as happy if you find the box as we would be if we found the box.
That's right.
That's real. And if you met me, and Travis could attest, if you met me and you asked me that question, I think you can see that it's the truth. So there was that. And it was just all the different people that we got to meet. It was a great time. I got to meet I mean, I could be here listening for hours.
I
Petey,
wouldn't name them
Matt,
all. You
8K.
remember 40, 50 names, and we also don't have
I did
time.
my very best. Cynthia was
Yes.
there. Cynthia was
Cynthia
there.
was there. You got to
Oh my
meet
gosh.
Cynthia.
Oh my gosh, I didn't take a picture with Cynthia by myself. I'm like, why would I miss this opportunity? But 8K has a picture of Cynthia and I. 8K who makes these from TreasureCon. He sponsored TreasureCon and Seeking TreasureCon. He gave me this. He gave me one for you, but this one's mine.
Yes.
But he took a picture with him and Cynthia and Matt and I, and I'm hoping that he'll send that to me because I was so starstruck. For the main reason is that she's just no BS. I want to swear, but I don't want you to have to bleep me
I'm
out.
so glad I
Um,
edit out a swear word. I appreciate that. She is
Sorry,
no BS. We can say that.
sometimes people are word to swear word, and she's just very real and down to earth. And she talks to every person, and she gave every person who spoke to her energy. And I just thought there's something very beautiful about that and pure. And I was just. I wanted to just sit there and pick her brain, but it felt rude. So I just was like, let her do her thing, and I'll get my time when it's my turn and my opportunity. And then she was gone.
Yes.
Like, no. But yeah,
No.
but I got to hang
But
out with so many fun people. Patrick,
you got to hang out with K Pro, who just K Pro is just like us, right? It's all about
Oh
the
yeah,
small businesses, helping small businesses.
yeah.
Tell us about that, about the
Well,
bar you were at,
we
and
went
all
to
that stuff.
Crannies, not to be
Yes.
confused with Grannies. It's Crannies with a C, and two amazing sisters run that bar together. And like the way the locals are tremendous in Dillon, and they show up for each other, and they actually there was people there when Kpro and I were standing there talking to people. They came up and the locals were telling us which businesses support each other and which businesses we should be trying to support that aren't just big corporate businesses, and like which hotels to stay in and which restaurants are like local and stuff like that. It was a great opportunity, and I'm sure Kpro will talk about it when she's back. I don't want to steal her thunder. But there was just there was so much going on. But those sisters, they were just the sweetest things in the whole world. They gave us our Wi-Fi because we tried to go live. And again, we talk about we were practicing. We tried to go live first from my phone, from my feed, and I couldn't figure it out. But they let us use their Wi-Fi. And so
Yeah,
when we
that was
couldn't
really
figure mine
nice.
out, we put it on Kpro's phone, and like then we got the live up, and that was awesome. And it wasn't a long live, but it was so loud you couldn't hear anything on it. But that was a loud bar. I mean,
I
there was
heard
a
you
lot of
guys.
people.
I got to see a whole bunch of people that I now put some faces to
Oh my
their
gosh.
Discord names or YouTube
Yeah.
names. So
Well,
it
and
was
it's
so
like the people
great.
who walk up, like Larry walks up to me and he goes, Emma. And I'm just like, and then he tells me who he is, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
bing, it like makes sense.
Larry's been emailing us. He said he's going to be
Oh,
there. Thank God
he
that
sent
worked
me
out.
pictures.
Yeah.
He sent me pictures. I'm just so excited. Like literally, I'm not trying to leave anybody out. If I didn't say your name, I was so grateful you were there. Truly, truly, truly. There was just a lot of you, and it was just fantastic. And I
Well,
hope that.
I'm not going to let you say everybody's name because you'll forget some people. Then I don't want anybody to be offended
Well,
because
good.
it's
I would
200
never.
of them.
I think if you met
It'd
me,
never be intentional.
yeah, I think if you met me on Saturday night and you actually talked to me, I would never intentionally leave anybody out.
No,
So not
no,
I'm not that girl. I mean, am I
no.
blonde and forgetful? Absolutely.
Yes,
But
that you are.
and am I exhausted because even though I tried to leave early on Sunday, I still ended up getting home after midnight last night? Yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. But yeah, so there was all that, but we did a lot. We went to Dillon, as is tradition. We worked a solve that's not our solve. It's a fantastic solve. There was too much snow. And I think the person who owns that solve is going to go back out in a few weeks. But after working as much of that solve as we could, we went and did a lot of recon. We were in Wisdom, we were in Wise River. We went to I was actually filming in Quartz Hill when this massive storm like kicks up and like the thunder goes off. Scott's working on that short now where you like hear the thunder just go boom right in the middle
I
of it. It's
know. I put
crazy.
it on TikTok. It's up already on
Oh, you
TikTok.
put it
And
on TikTok. Oh,
yeah,
great. I didn't even know that.
it was great, man.
Um,
It was a
but for
great
those of
video.
you, oh, sorry.
No, it's a great video. I was saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, it
yeah,
was a little scary. Not gonna lie. I'm like, oh
yeah.
gosh, because
It
in
was like,
North
okay,
Carolina,
time to go.
where there's thunder, there's lightning. And I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you, I didn't see any lightning, but that's how it works here. And so, or even when we lived in Florida, it's like you get inside, and I'm like, we're gonna go back to the car now. Um, but for those of you headed out that way, I want to make sure everybody knows that there are still areas that are closed. A great example is the Pioneer Mountain Byway, and it's closed between Elkhorn and the Penningill campgrounds. And so Penningill Camp's more north. Um, we went to the Wise River, and there's like
Yeah.
we went into this awesome little bar. We have a video of that too, and I'll make sure Scott gets that up this week. such nice people. Like that's the thing is you can't beat the people of Montana. Like I think that they would try to wrestle you for awesomeness and sweetness. Like I'm sure they'll go somewhere else and they may be fun too, but I just think Montana would try to beat you.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I love this. This is what's so great about Treasure Hunters. You and K Pro are advertising out, but then it's not just you guys, it's all these treasure hunters. We help small businesses. Everybody's going to
Right.
these small places. And it just helps the economy. It helps these small
Right.
businesses survive. So the us treasure hunters,
Absolutely.
we go to these remote areas and we bring business there. And I love that.
Right.
It's just a tremendous thing
And
to
they're
do. And
grateful. They're so grateful. And it's
yeah, and they're
huge.
great people. So it's like
Oh my
this. We
gosh.
want these companies to just not strive, just thrive. Jeez, I keep wanting
Right.
to say
Right.
thrive.
No,
We
it's
want them to
okay.
thrive. So
Absolutely. Well, yeah.
yeah,
So, and that's great. There's just so much to do. I feel like I'm forgetting to tell you guys about something. God knows I'll have to come back and say it later, or maybe I'll think about it in a little while. I am exhausted. Like I said, we got about maybe 3 hours of sleep last night, 3 hours of sleep the night before because we were out so late. I thought, oh, maybe we'd be out till like 9 on the meetup night. We didn't get back home till almost midnight. Then we had to be up at 3:45 in order to get to the plane on time. And then turns out you're supposed to set the alarm for the weekend when you'd like to wake up on the weekend, not the weekdays. Thankfully, Scott woke up at like 4:18, half hour after we were supposed to be gone. And so there's that. Lesson learned.
lesson learned.
Lesson learned. But it
I'm
was
going
a
to turn this
great
off
time.
really quick. Like, comment, and subscribe, or email us at comments@treasurehuntwithus.com. Boom, done.
Right. Okay, yeah. And yeah, so there's a lot. It's funny. So when we were at the meetup, I met a guy named Aaron. Easy to
Yeah,
remember his name. That one's easy for me.
yeah,
Um I met a guy named Aaron and he was telling me a story. Like he was telling me, no, he didn't tell me to solve, which I mean, we're not there to get your solves. We're there to talk to people. But he was telling me a story. It's like he's got two small kids, and then like I introduced some other people, and I'm like, hey, this is this person, and this is this, and they start talking to each other. And I remember just thinking, this is the beginning of something because sometimes what happens in our treasure hunting world is that we start just ourselves, right? And then by going to that meetup, he's able to grow his friendship circle and like we're growing our friendship circle and then they're growing that friendship circle. And I would say this, my recommendation to people is if you are in those areas, so you're around one, go. Go. I'm not saying, I mean, listen, Bill coming from Iowa, Indy, driving 4.5 hours. That was insane. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's far. Travis, even 2.5 hours. That's really far. But if you get close to one, go because being part of this community, I'm not sure I've been part of anything that beats it. And we've played a lot of sports in our lifetime. So
yeah.
we've been part of a lot of cool stuff. It was just really cool. So I'm just saying this, go meet the people who understand what you're going through. Because right now, when we have crazy stuff, people think we're crazy. But when you talk to a treasure hunter about your crazy stuff, well, they're crazy with you. And to them, they're like, I can see why you got to that.
That's right. You're not
So,
like, yeah, I'm treasure hunting. I'm a treasure hunter. Me
right.
too. Let's go treasure
Let's
hunting.
talk about this and let's go do it together. Right. You know,
Yes. And
yeah.
when you talk about it, you're just so excited with a lot of times people, I see it all the time. People have their friends or family, they're not into it and
Right.
they're like, oh, and you think you're alone, but you're not alone. We're
Yeah,
all out
not
there.
alone. Right.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So one of the hunters, Jackie, she messaged me. We were talking earlier, and she's like, "Yeah, Pappy and Tanner are out hunting while I'm working at home, back at the cat or where they were." And
Right.
I'm like, "Oh my God, they didn't know each other 2 days ago. Like they didn't know each other 2 days ago. Now they're out hunting together while she's working."
I love that. I love that.
And Scott, I'm pretty sure he's got a bit of a man crush on Matt, because he's like, well, first of all, the way that like Matt thinks about this is so different than us. And if you don't know who Matt is, he is on Discord, and I will tell you his actual he's Gold Finder on Discord,
Gold finder. Yep.
and the man, I mean, he's like, what do you call that? A backcountry snowboarder for years, like shoveling kind of stuff. Like, and so like he's all about safety. So he's agreed to come on our show. We're going to talk about some safety things you need to know if you're going into the backwoods of Montana. So he's going to come do that. Scott and I have ordered a bear spray that comes with a practice bear spray because the one thing I'll tell you is one of the locations we went to has had active bear activity. And so I'm always certain I'm a bear snack. I'm like, I'm like the picnic basket they're waiting to have a snack on. And so the whole time, any noise, I'm like my hands on I'm like, I had to buy a belt, like things you don't even think you need. And then you're like, wait, what? So I'm like grabbing my little bear spray, like I'm ready to get you, bear, as I run away spraying, but you're not supposed to run, which I didn't know.
No,
My plan was this. I was
you
gonna,
wind
with
up
my
spraying
thumb,
Scott before you spray the bear.
I know, but I'm gonna push Scott down, spray the bear, run, and then just look back to make sure they didn't eat him. No, I'm just joking. Poor Scott. I kept telling everybody it's got to be horrible to have to be out there with me sometimes. And he's like, no, I mean, does she occasionally climb on things or put her hands on things you're not supposed to? Yeah, but like, and she goes into like holes and caves, and I'm like, shh, don't let James hear you say that.
I know.
You know?
I know. He will not be happy. So,
But it was great, and I'm thinking this. Like I said, my last thing I'm gonna say about it is, if you ever are close enough to a meetup that it's comfortable for you to get there. Get there. You won't regret it for sure.
yeah, absolutely. And, we're boots on the ground all the time, although not this next weekend. We are in Vegas this next
We are in
weekend.
Las Vegas this next
That's
weekend.
right. That's right. What's it called? That should be a fun weekend turnaround. I'm super excited because I haven't seen you, feels like forever, and it's only been like a month or whatever. So
I know it hasn't even been long, but it always
it
feels like
feels
it's
like
long.
forever. So
It's
yeah,
like
so
forever
super excited.
ever.
Yeah, and we are
Right.
not going to be hunting this weekend. We're taking the weekend off. We are just going to go
We're
out
going to
there.
be hunting. Actually, we are going to be hunting. We're going to be hunting for the right slot machine or the right
That's right.
blackjack dealer, roulette guy. We're
That's
hunting
right.
for you. So if you got good energy and you think you're going to help us be winners, please flag us down. Because
Yeah,
we're hunting for you.
we'll be there. We'll
Well,
be
we're
there.
supposed to have dinner with K-Pro and Mike this weekend.
Yep. Hopefully they can make it because they're killing it. By the way,
They
if you're not subscribed to them, go subscribe to them. They're so
gotta
close to
subscribe.
10,000. That's like the magic number. They're so close to 10,000.
And here's the thing, if you're really a treasure hunter, part of being a treasure hunter is research. And the decade-long database that they have of information is so valuable. So
Yeah.
go subscribe to their channel,
Yeah.
which is Calazar, and we'll put it down below so you can subscribe
I'll
for
put
it.
the link down below.
Yeah.
I
Then
might
find
even
them
put
in
it on our story.
Discord, be part of
Yes.
that too, because there's just so much that it makes it easier to be part of, but also easier to find it and look. I mean, they're generally on the cutting edge of grabbing that information or grabbing information. Like they see things first quite often, or they're contacted by people. And then they know before everybody else knows, and you just don't want to miss. If you're here and if you're a practicing hunter, don't miss.
Well, and we're treasure hunters, right? We help each other, and this
Yeah.
costs nothing to help them. It helps us. You can help us too by
Yeah.
subscribing, but
Yeah.
you're
Yeah, you're
really
welcome to help
go
and subscribe
subscribe
us,
to them.
but we want to
It
help them hit
costs nothing.
10,000.
It costs nothing to help them, and it really does help them. It's such a huge accomplishment to get to 10,000. And as we get closer to 10,000, we are going to push hard to help them get over 10,000. Not that they need us, but we're still going to
They don't
help.
need us, but we're going to act like we help them.
Yeah.
But those three people, those are from us.
Yeah, you were at 997.
We brought them there. Yeah, that's us.
997, but our three people that we got to go
Our
over
three
there.
people pushed them over the edge. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That's it. Well, you want to talk about the news that's been out this week?
Let's talk about the news because I don't want to keep you on too long. You got to be exhausted.
I'm exhausted. You can tell by my face. I'm like, what is it? These bags giving me away?
No, you are as lively as ever, but I know that you got to be tired, and it's late on the East Coast. So
it is.
Dark let's talk about JCB. We haven't talked about JCB.
The man who is missing. So he's gone.
Missing.
Nothing since February 22nd. He posted on Instagram. He was trying to give away books out out in the world.
Take a break, right? We're not here trying to find the treasure. You don't get breaks. You don't get vacations.
Well, and I got to tell you, I find it. Well, and he was on Dave's show with American Treasure, and then
been a while.
Poof, we actually got the email from his publicist saying, "Oh, he's not doing interviews right now."
Well, he's doing one. He's got one coming up today.
I was gonna say, so I'm gonna tell you. You did one. You said you're not doing any. You did one. He did an interview with the Daily Mail. It's an article. It has about a minute and 38-second clip of him having an interview in person. And there's not a ton of data, in my opinion, that we don't already know because we're all treasure hunters.
We're so
sifting through all of it.
We're so spoiled by Justin. Like, I'm going to answer every question you guys have pretty much.
I love how Justin's like,
JCB's like,
I'm going to punt on that one. And JCB's like, I've said these same 15 things over and over because he's super polished.
He's so polished at answering questions and knowing how to answer, what not to answer. But he gave out some
interesting comments, right?
Yes, a couple of them. Not a lot, but there was a couple things.
I do think it was interesting that he said he's monitoring the chats. Like, so He's monitoring chats. And he says two different things. You have one and I have one. For me, it was when he said he's seen that people are getting close. And you
Yeah,
said,
he says, well, yours was that he thought the boxes would be solved maybe possibly
oh
this
yeah,
year. That was yours. And what I found, or what he said that I thought was huge, was he believes that one of the boxes is already close to being discovered and could be
right,
found by the end of the year, which is huge, right? I
right,
mean, he's basically saying he monitors things
right.
and then he comes back and says, I think one box is close. Is that passive future? Are people in Ohio? Are people in Tahoe close? Or is
It
it
could
the
be past the
Pokemon
future in
box?
North Carolina.
I mean, it could be the fan. It's just less publicized. It could be the AT box. You
Yeah.
know, it could be. I don't think it's the lion's share. So,
Wouldn't
but
that be
I,
disappointing for him if the lion's share went first?
yeah, I got all these extra clues, but you don't need them because
We don't
they're
need them, but they
it's on
were
that one.
worth something. They were worth something before.
I think it's I definitely think it's either Tahoe, right? It's
Mhm.
or Ohio, or
Right.
I think those people are the closest, and I think maybe the Arkansas, Alabama people for the Pokemon
Maybe.
box. Those are to me,
Well,
from what I see, are the people that feel like they're the closest. But that doesn't mean he could just be picking one random person that said, "Hey, I'm over here in Arizona," and he's like,
they're like,
"Oh, that
I'm in
guy's
Hickory,
close."
North Carolina, and I
Yeah.
saw this.
Yes.
There
And
was
he's
an
like,
eagle.
somebody's close. He didn't pull a force fed. He didn't
Yeah, he
say,
wasn't
you're
200
within
feet.
200 feet of the treasure, but he did say
No.
people are getting close. And up to one box, and he thinks one box might be solved this year. So
Right. He
that was
did
the big
say that
news.
he was really interested in how people were doing these really complicated ciphers. And I think part of that's Dr. Krypton. And I know he's got a new video coming up soon.
Where's this thing out? I've been waiting,
He's
bro.
coming. I talked to him yesterday. His new
I've been
video is
dying to
coming
get
soon.
back into this.
He's actually doing something. I don't want to spoil what he's doing because he's doing something
Yes.
big. He's doing something big. And I think when our community, when our Discord community and our treasure hunting community hears what he's doing, what Dr. Krypton is doing, they're going to be excited, especially if you're a person like me who I don't think the way he thinks. And like when I watch his stuff, I always feel like I got at least 2 points higher on my IQ. Every new video, I'm like, that's 2 points. There's two more. There's two more. Next thing you know, I've got 10 more points of IQ. No, but seriously, his stuff is so detailed and articulate. And he's got some big stuff coming, and I'm really excited. I'm trying to convince him to come on our show to talk about it. But he's also told me he's going to get a new video out relatively soon. So
Which
I
is
thought it would
good
be out
because
by
I'm
now, but
waiting.
he's doing something so big, it's been taking up his time. So
I want to dive back in. And like I had a couple people talk to me about Passive Future. I haven't worked on Passive Future in over 3 weeks. It's almost a
yeah,
month now that
you
I've
got
worked
to
on the
start
Passive
working. You're
Future.
about to be able to get
Well,
boots on the
one,
ground.
I have a spot. I already have a spot. I know where I'm
Right,
going and stuff. I
right,
can't get there because it's been snowy, but the snow is going to be gone
right,
soon. So probably
right,
sometime in May, I will be up in Tahoe trying to find my spot because I think the snows
okay,
will be gone by then. So
right.
I will be in May in Tahoe trying to find my past and future box. I have that solved, but that's why I haven't been working on the word search as much. It's like until I go to my spots and look there, why am I going to waste my time? I got so much other treasure to look for. So Justin Posey is
Right,
like, here's a whole nother book. Study this too. I ain't got time.
right,
You only got so much time in the day.
right. Well, and then Justin, I was like, gosh, where's he been? You haven't really, I mean, he's always posting. It's really fantastic. His interaction with
Mhm.
people is so fantastic. But even him, he posted on Instagram. He's been in India and the United Arab Emirates or UAE, however you say that.
Mhm.
Um, So he's been gone too, out of the country. So these two treasure writers are gone. They're not even in our country right now. So maybe more stuff is coming. I really think Justin's been very giving and generous with his time and his information. And my hope is that maybe now that JCB is back, is he'll kind of dive in and remember that he should be connecting with this community as well.
Well, I did see that Justin, there's a big question everybody always says because on his website, it basically says you have to be 18. You can't be out searching for the treasure if you're not 18. And that's all a liability thing. And people were wondering, well, wait, I want to bring my kids. Am I automatically disqualified if I have someone under 18? And Justin responded to one of those messages, which I have to notice. And it said, no, you will not be disqualified. They can't claim the treasure, but you are allowed to bring your kids.
Right.
treasure hunting with you. Just you have to claim the treasure. You have to be over 18. Bring your kids, but be safe. You did say that. Make sure you are safe.
Be safe. And it's another common theme. You're hearing over and over and over again, be safe, be safe. We're actually going to put out a safety video relatively soon, probably in the next like 10 days. We're going to put out a safety video because we're worried about the bears. I don't want you to get eaten by the bears or the wolves.
A lot of rattlesnakes in Dillon.
We're going to do a rattlesnake video too, but like I said,
it's like Rattlesnake Creek, Rattlesnake Canyon, Rattlesnake
Mountain. When we were there, we heard them. So we were where we were up in the mountain, and Scott's in front of me, and he's walking. He insisted on walking in front of me because he was sure that way he could get eaten by the bear first, the bear that was there to snack on us. And all of a sudden, we take around this corner, and you hear this. Oh. And he turns and he goes, "Was that?" I'm like, "It is." And we're just being warned that we need to keep going. They'd like us to not stop here. So just keep going. We're fine. And so there's going to be some stuff. What we recognize is
where's Jam? Oh, that's right. He's back at the car.
Jim ran for the car. Couldn't help himself because we traumatized him as a kid, and we feel bad about that. But we're going to have to do some videos about that too. We're going to need to about snake bites. What do you do if you get bit by a snake? What should you be doing to protect yourself? Ticks. There's a lot of stuff we're going to start coming out. We're going to bring Matt Goldfinder on. He's going to tell us about the backcountry. We've got there's a lot of stuff to do. We're not going to be boots on the ground as much in May, primarily because we're heading into, Mother's Day season. In our family, it's birthday season. We've got people graduating. We got a lot of stuff going on. So
I will be in Tahoe in May. Just to be clear,
you will be in Tahoe.
That's gonna happen.
Take that from you.
I'll go by myself, but my wife will probably come. But
yeah.
I have to
go
go by
myself, but with my wife. I'm not sure what that means. And
she might. We have kids. It's like if my kids require parenting, kids need parenting. Apparently, that's why I couldn't go up to Montana this weekend. You got to do the parenting thing. So
again, we're going to be live Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific. 9 p.m. Eastern, whatever the other ones, 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain. We're going to be live. It's going to be choppy. It's going to be rough, but we're going to get through it together. We're going to give away some books to say we're sorry, but we got to get through it, guys.
Yes.
We got to get through it so we can do the fun stuff we're planning. We just got to figure out how to get it done.
Yeah, and we really appreciate it. Again, we're at 1,250. We just gave away 2 books last Friday because we broke 1,000, and we're already skyrocketing up. You know what? Maybe we should just do every 1,000. Every 1,000, just give away a couple books.
I want to do this. I want to keep doing things. I want to keep giving back. We want to keep giving back to our community for sure. I'm thinking I might actually get a foldable shovel because I'm starting to think that treasure's buried. Maybe we'll give away a foldable shovel like we have them for our backpack. We'll grab some good stuff. We'll get some good stuff that people need. You need things to go boots on the ground. And I said this 15 times when we were at the meetup to people because it was profound seeing people's reaction to being boots on the ground, and because there's this underlying, I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to walk right up and I'm going to get that box. And then you get there and you recognize this is not what you thought. Maybe it's a higher incline than you thought. Maybe the Google Earth didn't give you the view that you thought you were going to see. Maybe it's harder to get there or it's more treacherous. And unless you do your recon, you just will never, ever know. So just remember, going boots on the ground for recon is a fabulous way to help you. And so it's super, super important.
Yeah, absolutely. And be safe. We appreciate you. This Wednesday, come on. Somebody come on besides our mom. Otherwise, my mom's going to get
not besides your mom, we're really grateful you'll be there. Maybe Scott will watch too.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe my wife will, although she might still be working, but we'll see. She might jump on at some point. And somebody's getting a free book. I don't know.
I'm going to put a short out that day, reminding
your odds are better. Your odds are better.
I'm going to put a short. I'm going to be like, hey guys, here's our short because we're going live tonight and it's going to really suck. Come join us.
Come join the suck.
Well, we'll see you then. And again, don't forget to reach out to us, Fish and Frank 420 and Big Sky Booty. We want to send you your books. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks. Bye. We the truth, yeah.